and then I will get you guys a copy of this recording. And so let's get rolling. Welcome to our boot camp. This is our live version of the boot camp, and then I'll show you what other stuff to go to after we're done here. So tonight is really more of an orientation on stuff to get trained up on. And I usually baseline our boot camps kind of the lowest common denominator, which is a brand new agent, new to insurance. And some of y'all veterans, you know, kind of take the cafeteria method, you know, understand there are some techniques I think that'll really serve you well because it's probably stuff that you've never done before. So our veteran agents, I would really emphasize our referral system to really learn how we do our referral system because that's going to be real key for you not to be lead junkies, okay, and to be able to be, you know, mega profitable. And we've really figured out a very unique program I think you get a lot from. For our brand new agents, you came to the right place. We're gonna take you from square one to making money with us, and we'll do it in a streamlined way. Okay, a streamlined way. I apologize for my voice. I've been talking all day, just interviewing agents all day. So, man, my voice is real tired. So, so we're going to teach you, and we're trying to simplify everything. It's so dangerous to just throw too many things in there to get you started. Really what we need you to do is get you out on the phones, booking appointments, and talking to clients and getting out there, you know, making it happen and making it rain. And you don't need to learn every possible scenario when it comes to underwriting. We're going to teach you all the basics, okay, so that you're going to be fully prepared to go out there and make dials and book appointments. That's all we want you to do. And a lot of the stuff we teach you is to give you some confidence that maybe you'll know what to do. At the very least, you know you can call me and I'll prepare you for everything. You're with a client, you can call me. We really want to help you, but don't be under the false pretense that you got to know everything, because you don't have to know everything. You know, we're going to just get you up to speed to a certain point, and then everything else happens when you're actually making dials and getting into real live underwriting situations with clients. And so that's really how you're going to learn, okay? Are you going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Are you going to make egregious mistakes that you can't recover from? No, you won't. You'll make those kind of mistakes. The system has a lot of traps in it, okay, for you to be protected from yourself. But one thing's for sure, I'm here to help you and support you. And, you know, our veterans agents out there, you remember what it's like, right? Getting started. The danger for someone like me that's been in the business 22 years is that I forget what it's like to get started, that I didn't know nothing from nothing. And I try to teach, you know, at such a high level, assuming that y'all know everything, but I can't do that. I got to always remember what it was like when I got started. Now, when I got started, I was very resourceful. Okay, I took every advantage of calling the insurance companies and asking them everything about their product. They taught me everything about underwriting. And so I would just really recommend you do the same. I mean, you can call me anytime and I'd love to talk to you, but rely on the salespeople the sales support people at all the carriers, because they're really paid to help you learn the product and you have any questions on underwriting, whatever the case may be. So really take advantage of those resources. Again, I'm here to help as well. I'll make recommendations on product and everything, proposal strategies, whatever you need. But just make sure you take full advantage of all the carriers have to offer you, okay? So having said that, let's go ahead and kind of get started with sort of an orientation of what you should have done before you came on tonight, and then what you will do after we're done tonight, so we can kind of set up the expectations. And I've tweaked this whole process. So even if you've been on here before, this is going to be different tonight, just because I just can't leave anything alone. I just always feel the need to improve stuff. Okay, so let me share with you the stuff you should have done and the stuff I'm going to really emphasize that you ought to do, because I think it's really mega important that you get started properly. And the first thing is getting into our communication system. Now, one thing, I'm monitoring the chat line. Okay, so if you've got any questions, chat it at me, and I will, answer those questions. Okay, to the best of my knowledge and ability. So, what you should have done first is you should have got the getting started stuff done first. Okay, so if you go to abnfinancial.com, my website, and scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see this Get Started button. So you click on that. The most important part of this page is right here, the next two sections, I guess you'd say, the next two layers. And and this is our communication system. Communication is everything, in my humble but accurate opinion. We have to communicate. We have to let you know when there are contests going on, and there's other ways for you to make money, and new carriers coming online, and different changes to this or that or whatever we're doing. And we try to get this information out ASAP, because we just don't want you to be in a fog wondering, what to do next, or, what opportunities that there may be out there that you're missing out on. So we really need for you to be plugged into our communication systems. We can do it a number of different ways, and there's some redundancy in it, but I'm a big fan of redundancy. That's why there's 3 INS systems in an aircraft, 3 of them. They figure there's no way that all 3 could fail at the same time, right? There's a probability calculation on that for having 3 systems that are typically up like 90% of the time. If you got 3 of them back to back to back, your chances of all of them going down at the same time is like 0. Apparently it's 0. Anyway, same kind of thing. I'm big on redundancy for communication. There's the Band app here. The Band app is an alliance app. So you can look at these success stories. That's I've actually pulled some of these success stories off Facebook, the group Facebook app. But the Band app is another alliance app. So let me show you what that looks like. And again, I recommend signing up for that as well, because you're going to see all the alliance success stories, and they do a bunch of announcements. This is American Amicable. Their contest, top producer gets $2,000, so on. Watch live, the boot camp, just a bunch of stuff. So this is all very good, info. All right. So that is the Band app. And so that's, so you share, or you sign up by clicking on that subscribe. And then my YouTube videos, I've got, I don't know, hundreds of videos up there. So it's got the subscribe button that you can subscribe to them. And then, so you'll be notified of when I have another, when I have a new video that I'm uploading. And then here's probably one of the most important things that we do is our webinar schedule. This is how you really stay plugged in. Now, look, let me just kind of emphasize this, gang. This is an all volunteer army, all right? I am not going to take a roll call. I mean, I will notice who's on there, So I'll notice who's on there more than I will notice who's not on there. Um, and so the people I see on there all the time, those are the people that I tend to like to give free leads to, because they're plugging into everything. They're making a sincere effort to dial the phone. And I'll just start giving people free leads if they're working. Like if they're not working and doing anything, I'm not going to give them free leads. But people that are making dials and they're out there, they're plugged in, you know, they got a great attitude, I'm going to reward them with free leads. So, you know, people ask, well, you advertise free leads on Facebook. What do you mean by free leads? And I tell them exactly what I mean, just what I said, you know? So anyway, so the webinar schedule is all volunteer, but, you know, they're there for you, to help you, right? They're not there to hurt you. You know what I mean? So, okay, making sure I'm recording this. Okay, so our webinar schedule starts with tomorrow, our 11 a.m. Eastern time. All the times are East Coast times, okay? So 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, we're doing our agency webinar. Then we have the Wednesday, 12:30 Eastern time, the Wednesday call, which is Andy Albright, my mentor in the Alliance business. And he started the Alliance 20 some odd years ago in 2002. But I've been with Andy since 93 and other business ventures. So he's my mentor in the business. And he does a Wednesday call at 12:30 p.m. and has a bunch of agents on there that are successful. So those are valuable calls, man. It's going to help motivate you and teach you some techniques that people are doing to make a lot of money. And by the way, we're talking a lot of money. Like we're talking people that are making, you know, 500 grand a year in sales, just sales only, no overrides, you know? And wouldn't you want to hear from those people? Not that maybe your goal is 500,000 a year, but heck, if you did half of what they did, you're making 250,000, that's not a bad program, is it? Okay. So I think if you have a chance to get on those calls, you're going to have a great opportunity to learn, you know, what these people are doing and really kind of their mindset and attitude. So that's Wednesday, 8 p.m. And then Thursday at 1 p.m., we have a product training call. And this is an Alliance call by Gina Hawks. And she talks about all the great products we have, not all of them, but she focuses on one good product. And then, you know, she'll really teach the heck out of it. So I just recommend you being on all those. Those are great calls. Then Friday at 10 a.m., we do an Alliance activity call, which tends to be more of, it's kind of different. It's different than all the other calls. You know, you get to really hear from agents speaking from the heart of what it is they're doing. Okay, we're talking, what are they doing to make a lot of money? Okay, and there's going to be lots of nuts and bolts, a lot of attitude, mindset, just a great combination of things that you're going to need, in my opinion, to advance yourself in the business. So I really believe that you need to be on all these, man. I mean, I wouldn't be wasting my breath saying it if it wasn't true, if it weren't true. Okay. So I think you ought to be on that. And then I do right after that, 11 a.m., I do a builder's call. And this is where I talk about building an agency. And, you know, where I believe that some of y'all, if you don't see yourselves selling at a certain point in time in your life, you need to have an exit strategy from getting out of the field. I think building an agency is the best exit strategy, where you can replace your sales income incrementally over time with override income on other agents to include their renewals, right? To the point where you just phase yourself out of the field and you're making like gobs of money from your agency. And it's just, I don't know, the ultimate way of getting freedom for yourself, okay? Then the last call, Friday, 2 p.m., we have a Rising Tide Sales Basics training. You're going to have some top agent go into how they're doing different sales techniques and, you know, what they're doing to make a lot of money. So look, that's our schedule, and I would recommend that you put this in your calendar. Now look, like I said, there's not going to be any roll call, and I'm not going to, you know, hold it against you. I don't really care, okay? But when it comes to agents that I see making a powerful effort and they're pounding the phone, they're getting some results, I'll just pump them with free leads. I'm talking A leads. We're talking fresh leads. Okay, you're going to get a whole bunch of the older stuff for free getting started. But, you know, I'm just telling you, I look at these kinds of things to, you know, shower the blessings on you. All right. So there you go. So this is the webinar schedule. And then the last thing on here is the Alliance Media app. And this you can download on your phone, which has all the major past recordings that we've done, training recordings at the Alliance. So instead of listening to ESPN radio, you can fire up your app and listen to, you know, Andy Albright talk about stuff, or some of our top agents talk about closing sales, you know, or whatever the case may be. So there you go. This is the Get Started website, and this is what hopefully you had a chance to get on here. And if you didn't, then make sure you get on there so that you know what you're doing. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Okay, my internal struggle. My internal struggle is I tend to want to teach you, because I get questions all the time on how to do stuff. And how to do stuff is important. Why you should do stuff and the attitude and mindset for it, in my opinion, is more important than telling you how to do it, right? The motivation behind it ought to be more important, the why you're doing the thing, as opposed to the thing itself. The thing itself will take care of itself because you're motivated to get through the junk. Okay, so oh man, see, I have all my mentors in my head just screaming at me right now. They're saying, Alex, come on, dude, you know it's not how, it's why. Oh man. Now the how is important, but the why. Okay, so to satisfy all the voices in my head, I'm going to do it. Oh man. Yeah, just be happy that you don't have this brain, this 60-year-old brain. Okay. Like, I mean, gosh, I've learned my lessons so many doggone times, man. Okay, attitude mindset. You have to have a why. You know, when I got into this thing, man, I wanted to get in this thing to get out of my stupid job. I was making $150,000 back in 1999, and I never saw my kids, a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and 1-year-old. Never saw my kids, man. And I needed a difference. I needed something different in my life. I needed, you know, to make a change in a big way. So I got on my knees and I prayed, Lord, help me. I said, Lord, I need some help. You know, I need you to send something my way that I know it's from you, that you have ordained me to do, to change the direction of my life and my family's life. It was one of those sincere prayers. And 2 weeks later, a buddy of mine, Andy Albright, gives me a call about insurance. And so this was back in November '99. So December '99, November, I started class with a bunch of other people. Like, I brought 7 other people with me because, heck, I thought it was a good idea. And I found other people who thought it was a good idea too. I didn't know anything about insurance, neither did they. But I said, hey, I think we got a great program here. I'm going to try it. You interested? They said yes. What's really cool about those 2 people of the 7 is I've made double-figure millions over the last 20 years with them. I mean, big chunk of my income from 2 people that I knew, that I brung in the business with me. Okay. Anyway, thank God. So I got my license on December 8th, '99. I wrote my first app on myself on New Year's Eve, or Christmas Eve, '99, and got issued on the 28th of December '99. Then I went into 2000 swinging once we knew that the apocalypse wasn't going to happen. And I started doing this thing every waking moment outside of my full-time job, which I was working before maybe 70 hours a week. I cut back to about 50 and did this every waking moment. I want to get out of my job so bad. I wanted to be free so bad. I just did not need to be in that office one more second. So I spent every waking moment learning this business, learning it. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I mean, I think back to that time and I was so motivated because I had a why. I want to flush my job. Now look, at the time I was making $150,000 a year. Now I got my master's in economics. If you go back, take average inflation rate, back then in 2000, that's like 200,000 in today's dollars. So I had to replace a $200,000 income, which I replaced a majority of it in my first 8 weeks. I was at the run rate, right, of replacing 150,000. I was close to a run rate. I knew if I could go full time, I'd blow it away. I know I could, and I did. Once I quit my job at the end of March. And by the way, I brought a team with me. We did 100,000 of submitted premium our second full month in the business, right? That's unheard of. Yeah, unheard of. But we did it because we didn't know any better. We didn't know how good we were, how bad we were. We thought everyone should be selling like this. And when we come to find out that not everyone is motivated like we were. I mean, we were brand new to insurance, and all the people that had in our organization that had all this insurance background were amazed. And we were wondering, why are you guys, I don't understand. Because they were just under the paradigm that it should be hard to learn insurance. All these young whippersnappers, at the time I was 39 years old, all these young whippersnappers are running circles around us. Well, it's because we didn't have your lazy ass example of how an awesome insurance agent should be, providing I'm sorry for not using a good word there, but seriously, I'm glad we didn't see your lazy butt, and we worked like we needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know what I'm saying, man. Tell you what, my why was huge. So I don't know why you're on this call tonight, why you're spending 2 hours with me, or however long it's going to take. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I've been at the office like all day. Well, I went home. But man, I have not had dinner. I'm like cranky. So some of my crankiness is going to come out. And well, I have a big dream. That's why I got so much more to do. I got a long way to go before I'm done. God, Lord might take me tomorrow, but at least I'm doing his will as to my maximum effort before he takes me out of here. Okay, and it's not money. It's not money. It's making more of an impact on y'all. Okay, Filipinos saying y'all. You ever dreamed of seeing a Filipino say y'all? Helping y'all, make this business awesome for you. So if I can help your families in a positive way, I think maybe my opportunity in heaven increases. My mansion, adding another wing to my mansion. Anyway, so I'm more focused up there than I am, So why? You got it, man. Do you want it as bad as I wanted it? Like, I didn't know how bad it was when someone yelled at me on the phone. I didn't think that was bad. I just knew I knew other people were making money, and I know I could do half of what any man could do. These guys are making at the time like 200 grand a year. I thought I could do half of what they did. Tell me what you're doing. Well, I'm booking, 15 appointments a week. Well, I could book 7, right? I could book 7. That's why I looked at it. Like, God is no respecter of persons. I don't care if people are prejudiced against Filipinos. I don't care. I knew there were people that wouldn't buy insurance from me because my slant of my eyes, my darkness of my skin. I don't give a crap about them. That's their problem. My problem was I need to find more people that want to buy insurance from me. So I went out and found more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very simple to me. Like, obstacles that were in my way were not mountains. They were little molehills that I could jump over. I was going to figure it out. Because if some of these knuckleheads, like you see some of these guys making money in insurance, like seriously, these guys couldn't find their butt with their hand, but they were writing business. I thought, man, I went to the Air Force Academy. I was an officer in the Air Force. You know, I did all these great things that I couldn't write insurance like some local yokel that, like I said, couldn't find his butt with his hands. I sure as heck could. And then I kicked their butts. And then when our agency did 100 grand a second, it's like, all right, a bunch of lazy people. Yeah, I've got the streak in me, I guess. Amen. Whoa, seriously, Sam? Last week? Well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. That's good, man. That's good stuff, dude. Proud of you, man. I just assume people know who he is. Good for you, dude. You came to the right agency, Sam. You came to the right agency because I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm so glad. That just, I'm done, man. After reading that, I'm done. No, I'm not done, but why? You got to have a why. Why big enough that all the obstacles don't mean nothing? Andy Albright told me you can't stop someone who wants something bad enough, right? So if you want this bad enough, nothing will stop you, man. And I'm here to help, okay? So you have to have a why. You got to really know and focus, okay? The next thing is you got to be a good listener. Boy, that fires me up, Sam. That's going to be on my mind all night. Totally made my day. You got to be willing to listen. Now, here's the thing about listening. If I don't make a dime until you make a dollar. So how fast do I want you to make a dollar? Like yesterday, right? And so anything I teach you and recommend and webinars I recommend to be on is going to help you, not hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to help you. It's not going to hurt you. If I hurt you, I'm taking food out of my child's mouth, right? I'm hurting my family. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you, okay? So if I make a recommendation, really it's a recommendation, man. It's an all-volunteer army. You're a 1099 contractor. I don't want to treat you like a boss. I'm a terrible boss, terrible. I want to treat you like a teammate. I want to treat you like you are the bomb, that you are going to blow up in the business, and, you know, with the proper respect that's due. Child of God, right? So I want to help. So I recommend you listening. And you know what? If there's something that bothers you, and makes you mad, man, let me know. I will beg for your forgiveness. There's very little that, you know, I'll take it on the chin. Really, I don't mean to be wrong, but I am wrong sometimes. I make mistakes. It may hurt your feelings, okay? I promise you it would never be intentional, but I might say something that make you mad. And I would appreciate you letting me know, because I don't intend it at all right? I really want you to, you know, really kill it, man. So listen, okay, the business takes work, man. I'm not talking treating it like a hobby, because if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to make hobby income. But if you treat it with seriousness that an opportunity like this deserves, you can make as much money as you want to make, man. Millions of dollars, I promise you, right? 7 figures a year if you want, okay? What's really cool about this business is on to 7 figures, you're going to make strong 6 figures, okay? Multiple 6 figures. And before you get to multiple 6 figures, you're going to make 6 figures. Do you see? It's like just a ramping up process, which is really kind of cool. So what kind of work effort? Well, let's just baseline everything. Like, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to do. You tell me how much money you want to make, and I'll explain to you how many appointments to book. But the full-time, okay, full-time in the Alliance is defined as 40 appointments booked a week. Okay, 40 appointments a week. This will leads you to $40,000 a month of issue paid premium. Okay, and you're making a buttload of money. All right. This is the objective standard and the typical schedule. And a lot of these people are doing in-home appointments. I mean, we do have people doing this with telesales are killing it, but majority the people doing this are doing in-home appointments. Again, if you don't, I'm not putting pressure on you, please trust me, okay? I'm just telling you what these people are doing, okay? I'd be lying if I told you otherwise, okay? But they're booking, their dial days are on Mondays and Thursdays, and then they book 10 appointments per day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, that's how you get 40 appointments a week. 10, 10, 10, 10. You book Monday for Tuesday, Wednesday, you book Thursday for Friday, Saturday. That's that Zoom call you're going to see on Mondays and Thursdays. That's what you're going to see. Part-time is anything that's not this. Okay, so people doing this, you know, they're making $300,000 to $400,000 a year because they're finding annuities. Okay, when you're doing this many appointments, you can't help but find annuity opportunities, and you're going to find bigger cases, you know, because you're just with people so much. Okay, but the part-time deal, you know, so if you're going to do 30 appointments a week, you know, you're probably looking at maybe 200-ish. Okay, 20 appointments a week, you know, maybe 150. 10 appointments a week, you know, maybe 75 to 90. Okay, 5 appointments a week, you're maybe 50,000. Okay, that's just how it breaks down, man. So whatever your goals are, I can recommend how many appointments you should book per week. All right, so that's the work part. Okay, that's the work. But part of the work is sharpening your sword. Okay, part of the work is getting better and better at doing this so you can gain some level of efficiency and some mega profitability. So how you do that is you associate with the people that are where in life you want to be. And really the bottom line with our COVID situation now, the pandemic, is all the webinars. Okay, you need to really plug into all the webinars that we offer. Yes, there are plenty of hours in the day to sell, but you cannot shortchange yourself on sharpening your sword. Okay, you've got to sharpen your sword, man. You know what I'm saying by that? Like, you ever try to chop something? You know, chop something with a dull axe? Man, it's going to take you forever. But you spend an hour sharpening that axe, it will make all your time efficient. You're going to get more done with a sharper axe. That's what we're talking about here. So you got to associate around people through the webinars. Then we do live boot camps. And that's going around the country right now for us. So for example, Andy Albright's doing a live boot camp in Chicago tomorrow, which is what, the 2nd? No. He's in Chicago on the 3rd, on Wednesday. And then on the 4th, he's going to be in, I get this order wrong all the time. I think on the 4th, he's going to be in Cleveland. No, is it Cleveland, Chicago, then Indianapolis? Something like that. Anyway, you can go on the NALeads.com website and find out. Okay, the ARC, actually it's on the ARC. But live boot camps, we have live boot camps you can plug into. We had a virtual one today at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. that you can plug in and watch from the comfort of your own home. And there's so many people that got so much out of it. And that's why you need to be plugged into all our communication avenues, because that's how you find out about when these things are going on. So you can plug into them yourself, all right? So webinars, live boot camps, anything live, okay? Live opportunities. We have 2 conferences a year, okay? But with COVID, we're gonna have probably a few more of these distributed events around the country. But you gotta get around the people, man. The people are what makes it happen. And then finally, You got to be open to change. Change is the hardest for old people like you and me. Some of y'all that are younger, you're malleable. So thank the Lord for that, because you got a chance. Okay, some of us older people, it just takes a little bit more for us to kind of get on the change avenue, the change highway. But change is the hardest, but change is the most important thing for us to do, no matter how old you are. Because you are, what does Andy say? He says that you are, the road to change begins outside of your comfort zone. You cannot change by staying in your comfort zone. You got to be willing to put yourself out there, be open for ridicule, be vulnerable to criticism. You just got to put yourself out there, man, out of your comfort zone. You can do a lot of things that are not comfortable. You can get yelled at by seniors. I didn't turn that in. Well, sir, I have your date of birth as, and I've got your signature on this form. That's not me. Okay, your wife is Alice, and she's 78 years old, right? She was born on, no, well, my wife's Alice, but we didn't turn it in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, change happens outside your comfort zone. So get used to getting in your comfort zone, man, because your income will change too, right? Your income will change because you're willing to change and do the hard part, which that is the hard part, man. Seriously, it is. Okay. So that's my attitude mindset talk for tonight. So that's a nice clean whiteboard. This is a brand new whiteboard, man, because you deserve the very best. Okay. Man, that's so cool, Sam. I just can't stop seeing that. That's just a cool. And bless you, brother. God bless you, man. You got that Holy Spirit feeling. Now what you got to do is turn that feeling into a change in your life so that you're not motivated by feelings. Like, one thing about faith that I've learned is faith doesn't involve feeling. It involves making an intellectual decision that you believe what you believe in, whether you feel it or not. It's like this business. When you decide to dial the phone, you can't be feeling it. It's like, Alex, I don't feel like dialing the phone. Well, neither did I every time I dialed the phone. I never felt like I wanted to dial the phone. I just needed to do it. It's like a shower. Like, man, if I don't particularly enjoy taking showers, but I got to do it, right? You know what I mean? If you don't do it, what happens to you? I don't feel like going to church every morning, but I have to. It's how I start my day. I give my first fruits of my day to my Lord in heaven so he can bless the rest of my day by helping you guys. I am motivated by helping you because I get up every morning and go to church. So you can't always react by feelings. Feelings are deceiving. You have to act your way into a feeling, right? And so you have to do good to other people. You have to, check this out. So I'm part of this, I do this men's program at church, right? On Saturday mornings at 6:30 in the morning. So we're talking about tithing and offering, and talking about making sure our financial stuff's in order, to make sure we do the right thing. And it was really cool. One of the things we learned is that you ought to keep $8, $5 bill and 3 ones to give away every day to someone that needs it, right? Like it's weird because you're driving, like, I haven't given my $8 away. I gotta find one of these beggars, man, just so I can unload my $8. It's a different mentality, right? Anyway, so you got to make a decision how you're going to act, and then you got to do it whether you feel it or not. Does that make sense? You don't feel like dialing, you need to dial. I don't feel like doing 40 appointments this week. Well, I got to dial the phone to get it. I don't feel like investing money in leads. Well, heck, you got to do what's uncomfortable. I don't feel like tithing and offering. But I have to do it because you can't outgive God. He's going to bless you. It's just the way he works. I don't feel like doing it. It's like hard to part. but I got to do it. And once I made the decision, oh, good, I feel good about it. I just don't got to make that decision again. The business is just like that. Got to make a decision that you're going to do it, and you're going to put everything you got into it, and you're going to counsel with me, and I will help you. But whether you feel like it or not, how hard it is, it will work out because everyone has learned it. Everyone has learned how to overcome what you are going through. And we are going to help you. We walk through the minefield, right? So we are going to help you no matter what difficulty you're going through, man. We've helped everyone troubleshoot whatever it is. I don't care what it is you got. Hit me with it, and I'll give you a solution. I promise you, right? Now you just have to grab it, man. Remember why you're doing this, and then just go for it. But do not rely on your feelings to make your decisions. It's a commitment. It's like when I married my wife, right? For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, sickness and in health. Like we've been through all those things, man. And she's still at my side and I'm still at her side. Praise the Lord. No matter how tough things got, the joys were better. Our joys are doubled because we're together, and our sorrows are cut in half because we're together. See? So I don't even know why I said that. Anyway. All right, gang. So, yeah, don't let your emotions drive your decisions, because sometimes Jeannie does stuff that I'm not happy about. You know what I'm saying? And I do a whole lot that she's not happy about. I beg her forgiveness, but thank God I don't criticize her, because every criticism I throw her way, she's probably got 10 to my 1. Okay. So no matter how bad things can get, we are still together because we made a commitment beyond just feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's a commitment based on principle. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, this doesn't sound very much like a boot camp, does it? I apologize. Let me share one more thing with you, and then I will be done. Okay, the ARC website. This is your key to access everything ARC. Okay, Columbian Financial Group. Let's go to Carriers, Columbian Financial Group. Like the carrier pages, you got to click on signing in again and again. I don't know why they do that. But all the carrier pages has everything that you want to know about every product that they have, the most important products that they have. So Columbian Financial Group, the reason why we teach you Columbian Financial Group is because they're one of the easiest for voice signatures. So clients that you have will have, don't have email. So again, I go back to the voice signature is where it's at. There's a few companies that do it. So that's why we recommend Columbian Financial Group. So it's got the training, PowerPoints here, product information, downloads, videos. It's got everything you need to learn about CFG product, okay? And then here's the electronic application, the quoting tool. So the quoting tools, again, this is all in the website, but the quoting tools can be found on alliancequoting.com. Okay, this is alliancequoting.com, which forwards you to this web page, which is an NA University page. So the CFG electronic applications, whether you have an iPhone or Android, you got to click on either one, and then you will download their application, okay? And then down here is the password to get into it. So FX means final expense. Alliance is the password for this mobile app FE. And then the term is CFGSIT is the password for the term. So you got to download both on your phone. Okay. You can also access the Great Western Guaranteed Issue mobile quotes online, and then use this agent number here. And then you can run the guaranteed issue quotes. Okay, so that's where you go to get the quotes on alliancequoting.com. In fact, I would recommend you marking this as a bookmark on your phone so that you can access it easily at one touch. Like, for example, let me go back. It's such an important website. I cannot emphasize alliancequoting.com enough for you. So I'm gonna share it. Okay, so I have it located in all my insurance stuff. This is what it looks like on the phone. You know, got the agent resources I can click on, but this is where I can download, you know. So when I click on the iPhone, this is an iPhone. When I click on iPhone, it takes me to the App Store, right? Which then I can download it. I already have it, that's why it says open, okay? And then if you're on Android, it opens up in whatever Google apps or whatever that you guys use. I'm not an Android person, so I have no idea. But you need to save it, save this. How you save this on your home page is you see that, that little square with the arrow at the bottom. You click on that, and then you go to add to home screen. You see that add to home screen? That little square with the plus in it? So click on that, and then you can add it. Okay, so you click add. You can rename it if you want. And then it shows up right there. You see that? Right there at the bottom right? alliancequoting.com. Boom. So I'm sure Android, you have a way of doing the same thing, okay? So this is where you go to get, you know, get the app, and so alliancequoting.com, like one of the most important things to plug into for your phone. All right, let's go back to CFG. So you can run quotes on your phone, and then you can begin the electronic application. So notice when you click on that, you got to put in your PIN number. So this is the PIN number you received when you got started with us, when you got contracted with us. And it's always the same. And this is mine. So I click on confirm my identity. I click on this login here to the left. Now, one of the best ways of learning an electronic application is to write one for yourself. Like write yourself one, or write it on a family member, your spouse, or a son or daughter, and take it all the way through. Like write a policy for them. Like, I'm serious. And then you come here, so you click on new e-app, you click on that plus. And it'll take a little time. Okay, then you choose the state you're in. Now these states are all the states that you've told CFG that you're licensed in, both resident and non-resident. If you should discover that a state's not on there, you need to call CFG Contracting and tell them that you have a non-resident license in that state, and then it'll show up after you tell them, about an hour or two. But it should have it all here. So you pick the state. I'm in Ohio. Then you just highlight whether it's final expense or simplified issue term. So if you highlight final expense, you highlight it and then click create. See how easy this is? Very simple. Boom, you're in, man. So these are all the knockout questions to determine whether or not a client can get into it. Okay. That's simple. And then you do the same for the other one. Oops. You choose the term, and then you click create, and then you're in, right? Okay, so I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. So let's go to Great Western. Remember, I'm just focusing on 2 products, CFG for term and for the whole life, and Great Western for guaranteed issue for now. You'll learn the other ones, but I want you to be able to write something on somebody, okay? And these are good products. We're not having you sell them a super high expensive product. You know, it'll be a good product for them. It's got great features and benefits. You're not going to rip them off, okay? Even though that's the only product that we're teaching you, you know. And then if there's something unusual that comes up, we'll go to another product, but we're going to counsel you on that and coach you on that, all right? So Great Western. Now, you can do quotes on Great Western. You know, you can run quotes, etc. But then the electronic application, here's what you have to do to get to their e-app. It's something you have to download on your iPad or your laptop or computer, okay? So when you get to this page, you have to register. All right, I'm already registered, but you got to register first. And as long as your contracting is in their hands, when you fill this registration, it should say that, yeah, we've got his contracting or her contracting, then let's give them a login and ID. So they're going to assign you a username and password, and then you can change the password to whatever. You click on log on. And I'm just crossing my fingers. Oh, thank the Lord. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So it's pretty cool here. So My Enroller, Final Expense, so you click on that. And then this is where you download it. So install My Enroller on your laptop, or if you have an iPad, you can install it on your iPad. It doesn't do it on Android pads, or whatever you call those, Android pad. It just is the iPad or My Enroller on your laptop. So you download this, and then this teaches you how to do the electronic application, okay? So you see how I did that? I first went to Great Western, clicked e-app, begin e-app, created a profile. Okay, register, create a profile. Then I logged in. Then I got into, come on, man. It's trying to log me in again. But like cruise around and look at what all the good stuff they have in here. Look at all the cool stuff they have in here. Agent Field Manual, view training materials. Okay, so you can be just so prepared to do Great Western. It's a great product too. Okay, guaranteed issue. Okay, so that is how you do that. You can go into some of the other products and stuff, but anyway. So I think I gave you enough for your money. And so that is it. You're gonna have a lot of questions. I know, I'm here to answer them, but I want you to be on like all our different conference calls to ask those questions so other people can hear the benefit of your answer. I'm not opposed to, hey, Alec, can you just kind of walk me through? I'll walk you through, like seriously. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on Zoom and invite other people to watch me walk you through it because they'll benefit from it as well, all right? See how that works? So does anyone have any questions? We've got 3 more minutes. Actually, we've got all night. We got till 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Anyway, any questions? Any answers? Well, I know Sam has the answer. He discovered it last week, right, Sam? You discovered that. I have to tell Gina. I can't wait to tell her, man. That's I'm rejoicing. I'm definitely rejoicing for you, brother. You got baptized and everything again? Or you got baptized already? Okay, cool. So you are official, man. You're official part of the family. Welcome. Welcome to the family. All right, gang. Well, you know, say a prayer for Sam to be protected on his road. Because Sam, what happens when you make the decision you made is Satan's not happy. And he'll start throwing darts at you and throwing darts at you, and all this stuff's going to come your way. Just like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Just knock them away, and know that you got your brothers and sisters praying for you, that you know, you'll be able to stay on the straight and narrow. And man, whatever I can do to help you on that journey, I am here to help you there as well. So I will be definitely saying prayers for you, man, for your protection from Satan and his arrows and his demons and all those guys trying to throw your way. But man, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So anyway, brother, appreciate you, man. I'm very just filled, man, with you know, I'm just happy, so happy for you. So everybody, rock on. I'm here for you. I hope I shared stuff to get you on your way. Go now to the Post Boot Camp website and just check it out. You know, you can start doing it, man. There's still plenty of time, right? Like, you know, you don't probably go to bed until, well, maybe we're past your bedtime. By the way, you need sleep. You have to have what your body wants you to have. I cannot sleep longer than 4 hours. I just can't. If I went to bed at midnight, I'm waking up at 4 in the morning. Okay, so I don't know why God made me this way. Developed me to be this way. But you need to get your sleep to be effective. So don't feel bad if you have to get your 8 hours. Get them and then rock the day, okay, without being sleepy and lack of energy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my final commercial, okay? Rock on. God bless everybody. We'll see you later.